Not a bad place for a start of a race. Lake Pleasant. We run from here up to Crown King, and I'm guesstimating it's way over there. Good evening from Lake Pleasant, not far from Anthem, Arizona. We run from this particular lake up to the town of Crown King. I'm guessing it's these mountains back here, but I'm not totally sure since I've never been here before, but this is cool. We run 15 miles of rolling terrain on dirt roads and then a 15-mile climb up to the top, which is about 6,500 feet. Then we drop down into Crown King, which is about 5,900 feet. All of that tomorrow morning starting at 6 a.m. You won't see this video until long after, since there is pretty much zero cell coverage out here. But back to my running history and the injury that pretty much hampered me during the North Face Championships in San Francisco. Lingered for quite a long time. I remember I went to the Bandera 100K and covered that. That was the first time I covered a race for Brian Powell and Megan Hicks at iRunFar. Got to interview Jorge Maravilla and Paul Terranova and Megan Arbogast and David Laney after the race. That was kind of cool. And did the best I could with one person covering the race. And actually everything went pretty well. Great race to cover. Thought I might run that one day, but I haven't had the chance to do so. I signed up for the Chuckanut 50K in Fairhaven, Washington, just outside of Bellevue, Washington, Bell something, Washington. And I was injured and didn't actually get to run the race. So once again, I went to that particular race and covered it for iRunFar. God, I wanted to run that race. I had three friends, Nancy Mallory and Scott Telfer and Steve Kim. We all signed up for the race, got in time. There was like a 30-minute window to sign up. And guess who couldn't run? So I was the cheerleader and the sort of crew, and you know, looking at them at different points of the race and covering for iRunFar. So once again, a race I didn't get to run. I finally healed. During that whole time, I was walking anywhere from 5 to 10 miles a day, staying really fit as I could without weight bearing or a lot of weight bearing. That bursitis in the heel was a very pesky injury and took a long time to heal. When it finally healed, I started training a little bit too hard, pretty much doubles most days, and actually got into the Miwok lottery and was accepted the first time I was ever in the lottery. That was kind of cool. So I had my plane trip already and a place to stay, and guess what? About 2 weeks before Miwok, I injured my tailbone actually, and yeah, my tailbone above my glute area, a severe, I don't know if it was a stress fracture or what, but my gosh, I could barely walk, much less run, so had to cancel Miwok. So here we go. Chuckanut, spent all that money to go out there, didn't get to run. Miwok, spent all that money, didn't go out there and get to run. So yeah, overdoing and not totally being ready for the stress of the mileage with those two injuries did me in for my early ultras. So I'll get back into some more positive ultra news when I have the next video. There again, I'm gonna, you know, finish my meal and get a good night's sleep for Crown King, or sleep as much as I can the day before a race. We'll see what happens, and maybe I'll post a video from the top if I can get something up there, a phone or a GoPro. We'll see how that goes. Cheers.